There was a. This was back in the day. Is my mic on or? All right, it's 7:30 on this Thursday night, aka Friday Eve. That means it's time to find out if you like it or not. I'm producer Chris, and tonight we are talking about page-to-screen adaptations. We're talking books in the TV series or movies. We're also talking about trips to medieval times, Michelle Obama's dating advice, luxury supermarkets, and more. And my guest host over here just had a visceral reaction to when I talked about medieval times. So I'm very curious to see where he's going with this one. But of course, I want you to weigh in as well, not just Ryan Lynch over here. We'll check in with him in a second. I want you to join us live as well. And this is how you can do it. We're streaming. There are a lot of different ways. If you're watching on YouTube, you can leave some comments in the chat. We'll check those coming up in just a little bit. If you're watching on the Fox local app on your connected TV, one of the fast channels, Roku, etc. You can make it a two-screen experience. Just grab your phone, scan that QR code, join the Zoom room, get your hot takes ready. If you're watching on our website, fox5dc.com, or you're watching a mobile version of Fox Local, and you can't scan the QR code, we have a link to it. It's on my Instagram page, Fox5 Producer Chris. We're also streaming behind the scenes on TikTok at Fox5 Producer Chris. And then we have our broadcast channel on Fox 5's Instagram page. I know this is a lot, but we're just trying to make it as convenient as possible for everyone out there watching right now, regardless of how you watch, because that's the beauty of the stream, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we'll check in with all our virtual co-hosts in just a second. First, though, I already said his name. Let's get him in here. Ryan Lynch, our amusement park and travel buddy, back once again. A belated Happy New Year. It's been a hot minute since I've seen you. How you been? Where have you been? Where have you been?
I've been all over. But I heard the medieval times thing and got excited because next week I'm going to Pirate's Voyage.
Okay. All right. So right on theme there.
Yes.
You're going to join us again a little later at 9 o'clock.
Yes.
You're going to take us on some new amusement park adventures.
Yes.
Give us a little sneak peek.
Yeah, we're going to go down to the Conrad at Evermore.
Okay.
So, do you like the Caribbean?
That's one I'm unfamiliar with. That's one I've definitely never been to, so I'm excited about that.
It's right next to Walt Disney World, but it is incredible. You got an 8-acre lagoon. I don't know. I like it.
He likes it. All right, we're going to learn more about that coming up at 9 o'clock right here on Fox Local. In the meantime,
all right.
You ready to dive in?
I am so ready.
Let's do it. Let's get started. In case you didn't know, and you better know, Valentine's Day is Saturday. I've been reminding people each and every day this week, so Fox Local viewers have no excuse not to know that Valentine's Day is Saturday. If you're looking for something steamy to set the mood, maybe,
all right.
The R-rated horny adaptation of Wuthering Heights with Jacob Elordi and Margot Robbie hits the big screen this weekend.
Okay.
Before it even hits theaters, though, it has been the subject of countless social media think pieces, and there's one in particular we want to focus on today, and you see it right there. When it comes to page-to-screen adaptation, should you read the book or watch the TV show/movie first? That is the debate. In this particular case, New York Magazine says don't bother reading or rereading the 19th century Gothic romance. You can check out the full article for the reasons they say why. But this is just one of many literary adaptations hitting the screen lately because Hollywood is either out of ideas or looking for a simple idea. In fact, Netflix released a new literary adaptation every week during the month of January. Analysts say this is actually fueling a surge in reading because people see these shows or movies and then go back and either read the book or listen to the audiobook. We posted this one in our broadcast channel tonight. Livin' DMV News Gamer says, read the book first. The book gives you the full story, then the movie just brings it to life. Tamar Realtor says, book is always better for sure with a thumbs up. Lovely Shell, as someone who is currently writing a book, hoping to get it adapted someday, I'll say it'll be best to read the book first to get the gist of things that a movie or series might leave out. Next up, we've got Shayla. I prefer to read the book, but the movie adaptation could be a disappointment. I know now if I read the book, I probably wouldn't see the movie. Interesting. Howard Morris Garages, whenever possible, absolutely the book first. Yeah, I don't know. I prefer to read first, and then finally TV series, especially binging. So we had one person who said they like to watch first. Ryan, how about you?
Yeah, you got to read first. I think that I'm going to go with the census here. What about you?
I think it depends on whether it's a movie or a TV series. Books that are adapted into TV series, I think, are more faithful, can do a better job. They have more time to tell the story.
Sure.
In general, movies adapted from books are always disappointment because they try to cram too much in. David's in the Zoom room for us tonight. David, are you a fan of page-to-screen adaptations, and do you have a preference over reading one or watching one first?
You know how I'm going to start, which is good to see my man, former middle linebacker for Denver Broncos, Ryan Lynch, in the studio with you.
He's just as excited.
I am. I knew it was coming.
Almost every single instance I can think of, the book is better than the movie or the screen adaptation. I'm trying to think of the best screen adaptation, and I can't think of an example, but I can think of the worst. The worst was Starship Troopers. The book and the movie are entirely different. The movie's not bad. It's a decent movie, but it's only thinly related to the book. And the book has an entirely different theme and kind of conclusion than the movie. I enjoyed them both, but the book is way better, and I can't think of a good screen adaptation of the movie.
Look, and I no disrespect to all the Tolkien fans out there, but I don't have time to read like 5,000 pages of Lord of the Rings history, and this person related to this person related to that. So in that sense, those 3-hour movies, which are still no joke and not short, are better, in my opinion. Oh, Maria joining us once again in the Zoom room. Oh, Maria, welcome back.
It's so good to be with y'all.
So are you a fan of page-to-screen adaptations, and do you prefer to read or watch first?
I don't like the adaptations. I feel each time there will be a disappointment, either in the way the movie was done or the way... It's just, I see both as separate pieces of work. And they're never, ever exactly true to the way the book was depicted. I'm not much of a reader of books, especially if it's over like 200 pages. And so often these movies are based on books that are like, as you said, Chris, like 1,000 pages. I just don't have the time. But I'm not too fond of the adaptations. It's like, the way I see it, it's like, the book is like you're hearing someone sing the story, and the movie is like someone is drumming, using a set of drums to drum the story. It's just not the same.
Interesting.
It's just not the same.
Yeah.
It's just not the same.
100% understand. Jason and Tina Marie back with us. Welcome back from Chicago. So I think sometimes what happens in the case of people reading the book first is that they get a vision in their head of who should be that character or how they're portrayed. And then when they see it kind of on the big screen, if it doesn't match that vision, then they're instantly disappointed.
I agree, but I think it depends on how you feel, right? Do you want to sit down and get involved in a book, or do you just want a real good movie to watch? I think we should stop comparing them, as Marie said, they're two different pieces of art, and so we should kind of look at them as that, instead of comparing one to the other. give them both their credit for what they were produced for.
I'll start with the book. And I'm sorry, not the book, the movie. I'll go with the movie first, and then I'll go back to the book to fill in the places that might have not made it to the movies, and then give it a little bit more texture, a little bit more color. So I like the movie first, get a feel for it, then I can go to the book.
Yeah, I completely understand. I mean, the most recent example of this for me was I was a latecomer to like the Harry Potter franchise.
Okay.
I read each book and then I watched each movie.
Oh.
Right now out though, just out today I believe, is the second season of Cross. This is the Alex Cross character based on the books of James Patterson. I am never going to go read those books.
Sure.
Never. But I will absolutely watch the second season of that show. Allison's in the Zoom room. Allison's our MVP. Allison, how about you? I'll give you final say on this. Page to screen adaptations.
Yeah, I'm just say just the movie for me, just because I'm the type of person that gets distracted easily. So I would just rather sit there and just give me the movie.
Just give her the movie. Understood.
Fair
All right.
enough. Fair enough.
Let's keep on the theme of Valentine's Day.
All
Singles
right.
looking for love. We know they've started to ditch dating apps. We've talked about that before. They're looking for those in real life IRL.
Okay.
Meetups, things like that. And now the New York Post says the hottest Hinge alternative is a trip to medieval times. Ryan is psyched about this. The paper says women are looking for their fairy tale happily ever after over turkey legs and jousting matches. But keep in mind here, we're not actually talking about looking to meet men. It's more the fantasy they get to play out. Because some people who are fans of medieval times and are kind of leaning into this in this TikTok trend say it's basically the female equivalent of men going to Hooters. They're not going to date the waitresses. They're just going and kind of living vicariously through that fantasy.
I had a lot of friends who wanted to date the waitresses, though.
Well, I mean, they wanted to, and of course, all of them were flirting with me.
Yeah, but
not for tips.
No,
Ryan, do you like
tips.
this idea of searching for a knight in shining armor at a theme restaurant?
Yes, I do.
Does.
I like it a lot. I like it a lot.
When was the last? You aren't going. You haven't. Have you been to a medieval time?
I have before, but not in a while.
Okay.
I have a little bit of a withdrawal. So next week I'm doing 2 dinner shows: a Stampede, Dollywood Stampede, and then the Pirates Voyage, which is like medieval times but with pirates.
With like medieval times, but with pirates.
Is
Sandra in the Zoom room tonight? Sandra, welcome back to the Zoom room. Sandra, a knight in shining armor, heading out to medieval times to live this kind of fantasy. Do you like this fairy tale of happily ever after? Do you like this or not?
No, I actually like medieval times. I've been there, and I've lived by the mall in Arundel. But no, I don't like it. I don't like it.
You don't
I want to
like
go
it.
and enjoy myself. I'm not trying to look for nobody.
Allison, how about you? Do you like this idea of the knight in shining armor kind of living vicariously in this fairy tale these Disney prince and princesses that we're all raised on?
Yeah, not to find somebody, but I think that would be a nice date night. Like, that would be very romantic to do something like that for a date night.
Okay. Jason and Tina Marie, date night at medieval times. Do you agree with Allison?
I think it depends on what the person's looking for. If they're just looking for a one night to find their knight in shining armor and live out the fantasy, forget reality. Just go for it.
Yeah, I think that's good. I don't think that's a bad idea. I mean, like, we've never gone. I've never thought about going on a romantic date. I don't know, because you'll be going there looking for someone else, and I wouldn't be taking. See, that wouldn't work out. So for a woman, I guess it would work out. So.
Hey, real quick, what do your T-shirts say?
Manifest a joy-filled relationship.
Okay.
It's the cover of our book.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well,
All right. Sounds good.
there you go. I love that. Just in time for Valentine's Day if you're looking for a little relationship advice. Plug where people can get a copy of it.
Amazon.com.
Easy enough. All right. Next up, meanwhile, former First Lady Michelle Obama serving up some relationship advice for all of the singles and couples this Valentine's Day weekend. During a recent episode of her IMO podcast, she said people need to slow the F down. Pump your brakes. Take a look.
Moving in, period. You know, if it's early in the relationship, you shouldn't be moving in. First of all, I don't care how much money he has or doesn't have. Like, you don't know him yet. Maybe this will be controversial, but I don't. I think you can have deep like at first sight, but love to me, in most instances, because there are always exceptions, it takes time to fully have somebody reveal themselves to you over time to know whether or not your affections and your feelings stand the test of time. There's so many tests you need in a relationship. But my recommendation is always take some time.
Yeah.
Make moving in like way down the line.
Yeah.
Way down the line. You can check out the full conversation on her podcast and social media pages. Ryan, fools rush in. Do you like it or not?
You know, I like the 6-month year rule. I mean,
Okay.
I think that's, you know, start the
That
relationship.
doesn't feel like way down the line, though.
No,
to
but
me,
you
so-
know, you got bills to pay. You know, it helps to have another person. You know, you got a dog to walk. It's nice to have another person walk the dog. So
Yeah, I think sometimes, and we've talked about this before, about the world as it is or the city as it is, some of these major cities, they're really not built for single people.
No.
So sometimes for economic reasons, it can incentivize people to maybe move in before they might be ready to from a romantic standpoint. Jim, who we got? What is it?
Catalea.
Cataleya's in the Zoom room. Cataleya, welcome back.
Hey everyone. So I am in a situation where I am living with someone now, and we've only been together for 6 months?
Mm-hmm.
So,
and everything's going well so far?
That was a long
So
pause.
I will say this: he picks up the slack on things
Okay.
that I'm like lacking on when it comes to taking care of my dog and cooking and cleaning. Yeah, he takes care of that. So I do appreciate him for that.
Okay. Oh, Maria, do you like the idea of way down the line, like Mrs. Obama says?
Yes, because I feel when you're first dating someone, no matter how serious, you're dating their representative. My brother told me this, and he's my only brother, and so I thought, oh, you're just being super protective of me as your baby sister. But it's really their representative, and the way I see it personally, with the values that I hold sacred. If I'm sure I'm getting the wording wrong, but if you're gonna, drink the cow, why would you want to, buy to eat the milk later? You get what I mean.
I know exactly what you're saying. Yes.
And so it's like I get the desire to become one with the person and to get to know them. I get the reasoning. If it's financial, I get the reasoning.
Mm-hmm.
Yet it's like the cow is, if we're meant to be together forever and help each other, walk each other's dogs, and there's cats, we're gonna get there, and it's gonna be great. But it's just I want your representative to go home, and I want to see the good, the bad, the ugly of you.
Okay. Yeah.
Because this
all
is
the
a
different
commitment
seasons.
we're about to get into.
Yeah, all the different seasons, like Mrs. Obama said. Jason and Tina Marie, we got a couple in the Zoom room, so we'll check in with you guys next.
Yeah, I'm long term.
Yeah, I'm long term. First of all, we got to slow down. Stop trying to make the person that you meet the one right away. Give it time. You know, what are you rushing for, right? If you look at it, you'll find out that this is the same person. Well, the same type of person that showed up in your last relationship, and you go, oh yeah, this time this is the one. He's going, this is it. No, slow down. So I say slow and steady.
I would say most of the times we show up not our authentic selves.
Mm-hmm.
So first you have to get to know the person, not the person who appeared that night. We have to give each other the opportunity to show who we really are, right? So I would say definitely slower.
Okay. David in the Zoom room. David, do you agree with everyone so far? Take your time.
I think Michelle Obama's got some wisdom in some stuff that she said, particularly the part where she talks about people don't present them full selves to you, right up front, and it takes time to learn who people are. Particularly, what I would add to what she said is you need to see the significant other in a number of different situations, different social situations, family, friends, outdoor events, being home alone, under stressful conditions, under peaceful conditions. There's all kinds of things that you need to learn about a person, and it takes time. I do think you can, although I think people are probably more on the side of going too quickly, like Michelle Obama saying, you can get it wrong the other way too, and just kind of being stagnant and not progress your relationship. You do need to keep pushing forward, but you should also try to be conscious of the pace As much as you can control relationships and matters of the heart, Chris.
As much as you can control relationships and matters of the heart, David, well said. I agree with everyone. What I never want to see happen to people is them get stuck in a situation where they've moved in together and they know that that relationship's not right, but then for financial reasons they can't extricate themselves from it.
The roommate situation.
Well, yeah, and then it becomes just kind of awkward and, you know, bad things happen then, and I may or may not be speaking from experience. Former Seattle Seahawks Super Bowl champion Russell Wilson found himself in some hot water, speaking of relationships, this Valentine's Day weekend, and it's all because of an appearance on Hot Ones Versus alongside his wife Sierra. Take a listen.
Okay. Which ring is more important to you? Dang! Your Super Bowl ring or your wedding ring?
He picked the Super. No response in that case was absolutely a response. Ryan, picking the Super Bowl ring over the wedding ring.
I mean, you know what? This is all I have to say. Football was in his life before she was.
Very true. Jason and Tina Marie picking the Super Bowl ring over the wedding ring. Do you like it or not?
Nah.
Yeah, that's touchy, but I can understand the ring. I can understand the no answer, right? Because either way, he's wrong, right? Well, I mean, I'm sorry. One way is wrong, one way is right. But for him, I would imagine it's the Super Bowl because as a kid, you've probably been, you know, thinking about that moment your whole entire life. So when you got it, you're like, man, I finally got this, you know. But you know, the wife
I'm sure
is
he's
special.
thinking about that wife
I'm
his whole
sure he
entire
is.
life, saying, when I get that one, I'm going to put a ring on it.
Right, but it's different.
Not like the Super Bowl
So that's
ring,
why he
though.
didn't answer.
Yeah,
That's why he
good
didn't.
answer.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Sandra in the Zoom room. Sandra, do you think it was a good answer?
He pleaded the fifth. I think that was a perfect answer. It didn't get him in trouble, and he didn't get side-eyed or anything like that. But I'm sure there was a conversation on the ride home.
Oh, I believe it too. I think we know. That was the most telling non-answer of all time, though. All right, keep the comments coming on all the stories we've talked about so far. Coming up next, we're going to go from the pros to the college level and the new way some universities are wooing student athletes. We're going to talk about it coming up next. You don't have time to.
Oh, snap.
Welcome back to Do You Like It or Not on this Friday Eve. Producer Chris alongside Ryan Lynch, our amusement park and travel buddy. He's going to join us at 9 o'clock and share some of his recent adventures with us. You can catch that right here on Fox Local as well. In the meantime, though, we ended the last block talking about a pro athlete.
Okay.
Russell, I mean, who knows for how much longer.
Oh.
Wasn't the best season for him.
No.
Let's go to college now, though, because apparently one of the ways universities are now trying to entice student athletes is with state-of-the-art content studios. This is according to Front Office Sports. Schools like USC have full-blown production studios operating within the athletic department infrastructure to help tell the story of the school's athletic program on a variety of platforms, social media, YouTube, etc. Front Office Sports looked at this trend recently, writing that since the NCAA's NIL rules went into effect, D1 schools have been radically rethinking the role of content in college athletics. And as a result, they are pouring money into these ventures to recruit and retain top talent. So Ryan, luring student athletes with top-notch social media teams.
I mean, it's smart because, you know, you could have, like at USC, you could bring the film school side in. You could have the film school kids come in, be shooting the content, editing the content. So, I mean, I think it's smart. I mean, obviously, athletes, their brand is the most important thing to them, right? Because it's what they take team by team is their brand.
Yeah.
So I see it, but I think that show me the money. Jerry Maguire's
Very much
talk
so.
is show me the money because you can negotiate your salary now, right?
Basically.
Yeah.
David's in the Zoom room. David, do you like the idea of having these full-fledged social media branding teams as a way to woo students to your school?
Yeah, I think that's fine. I think that's just evolving your media approach and media savvy. So keeping pace with technology and the social movements is fine.
Fair, but at the same time, devil's advocate, doesn't this even further kind of separate the haves from the have-nots, David?
That's I think is a different issue. I mean, I think the bigger issue, which I agree with what you're saying on, is that sports have taken up too big a priority in a lot of schools. There are some schools out there which are really just like semi-pro teams that happen to have some educational services aside. That's wrong. That's bad for society.
Yeah.
And so, but if we want to bring that topic up another night, you know,
We'll save it for March Madness when those teams show up and you've never even heard of them before. In the meantime, we're going to move on. Millennials and Zoomers may not be able to afford a home or the American dream, but you can bet they're going to find the money to go shopping at a luxury grocery store, at least according to the Wall Street Journal, that says the high-end stores are taking over cities like New York. They say that despite the fact that most shoppers are swimming in student loan debt, they're also splurging on gut health juices and rotisserie chickens. These luxury stores are seeing business booming with bougie options for just about everything. Ryan, do you like these luxury grocery stores? Do you like them or not?
Okay, so the thing is with real estate in particular, I do have my real estate license, and there are the Whole Foods factor. And if Whole Foods goes into a neighborhood, it actually changes the demographic, the money-wise of that neighborhood. So I do like it to a certain regard, but then there's these other stores where you're paying, $20 for a bottle of juice.
Right.
So, but that's up to people. That's up to people how they want to spend their money, right, Chris?
Yeah, convenience sometimes trumps all. Allison, do you like these luxury grocery stores? Do you think they're bad for us?
Yeah, I don't think they're needed, especially in today's economy. And I had to teach my son about this because he used to shop at the little bougie markets until he moved out on his own. And I think he's switching up the way he shops a little bit now. So it all just depends on, what your income is and how you're living.
Sandra, do you like these bougie markets? Do you think that they're a good thing, especially if you are already? I mean, what this reeks of to me is everyone who told my generation that they couldn't afford a house because we liked avocado toast.
Wow.
Food is expensive as it is enough in this day and age. Why keep adding more expenses? Expensive food, okay, but no, I don't like the idea.
You don't like the idea. Freddie, do you like these expensive grocery stores, or do you like shopping at the regular ones?
Well, basically, I always shop at Giant, Safeway, or every regular grocery stores. But a luxury supermarket, never heard of that. That's really exclusive. But I can tell in today's economy, in today's world, it's like pretty high up in inflation. But in luxury supermarkets, I can tell it might be more expensive than that, even if it's beautifully wonderfully in the store like that.
And the rest are going to try to keep up is basically what's going to happen.
Absolutely.
And so everything's going to. All right, we're going to end with a story that hits close to home as well. Millennials clinging to their. Oh wait, I skipped the story. Jim, what did I do? Here we go. There we go. We are talking about cell phones, millennials and their cell phones. Yahoo recently took a look at the phenomenon of millennials who are still on their parents' phone plans and whether it amounts, and here is the key, are they harmless mooches or a generational failure? Ryan,
wow.
You get first say.
Wow. You know, I'm going to be nice tonight and say harmless mooch.
Harmless
which is
mooch.
Still bad.
It's not great.
Yeah.
Are you on your parents' plan? All right,
I'm
Ryan
46,
is not.
dude.
Jason and Tina Marie, harmless mooches or generational failures?
I'm gonna be
Is
nice.
there-
I'm
is
gonna
there a
say
secret?
harmless moochers because I just got my kids off my plans.
Okay.
Just got our kids off,
So-
and they were very comfortable staying on.
For the past 15 years.
For the
Yes.
past.
Wow.
Allison, are the kids all still on mom's plan?
One of them, but he also pays me for it every month, so it doesn't really hurt us at all.
Okay, so that helps. David, harmless mooches or generational failures?
Harmless mooches.
Yeah.
Okay, I will just, Sandra, you get last say on this one.
As being one of the persons who was on her mother's phone bill for a while, it was a big mooches because it helped me out a lot. But now I kind of regret it because now my kids are, they're 16, they're teenagers, they need phones. And I was almost paying $200 worth in phone bill, and I was not happy about that.
Not
so
one
I kind of
bit.
felt it in the pocket like my mama did.
Yeah, my mom's on my plan. So
Nice,
I
nice, I
consider
like
myself. No, I'm kidding. She still
Yeah.
pays me for it every month.
Okay.
Ryan, thank
All
you
right.
so much
Thank
for
you,
joining us.
man.
He'll be back at 9 o'clock. For producer Jim, I'm producer Chris. Thanks to everyone who joined us. We'll see you tomorrow night, same time, same place.